After watching this, you're not just going to be surprised. You'll look at everything differently. This isn't some gossip or a rumor passed around for clicks. It's a serious collapse of one of reality TV's most talked about couples. It's not just messy, it's personal, raw, and damaging. Stevie J has finally spoken, and when he does, people in the industry usually pay attention. But this time, he didn't just say a few words, he came prepared. He brought direct messages, voice notes, hotel camera footage, anonymous tips, and something that's being called a sex tape that could completely wreck Bambi's public reputation and possibly more. Lil Scrappy, who stood by Bambi through so much, he tried to keep his family together while the internet watched every move, but this blow might be too much to recover from. This isn't just another cheating story or breakup. This is about a man exposing what he says is the truth, a woman who may have hidden more than anyone knew, and a public image that could come crashing down. Stevie J isn't only talking about Bambi, he's dragging others into it too. You might be wondering why this one feels different. Why it's hitting so hard? That's because it's real. There's no script, no edits, no do-overs. This isn't some show where drama gets cleaned up before it airs. This is real-life mess spilling into public view. To get what's really going on, we have to go back a bit. Stevie J and Lil Scrappy have never exactly been friends. Their tension has been building for years. That fight outside the Atlanta studio wasn't just two guys being dramatic, it was a real sign of just how deep the issues ran. Scrappy even ended up sending Stevie to the hospital and bragged about it like he won a music award. Sure, things cooled off in public, but behind the scenes, it was far from over. Now Stevie J is back, and instead of fists, he's using proof. And when I say he brought proof, I mean a full collection of receipts. According to people close to the situation, what Stevie has isn't random. It looks like he planned this reveal, carefully timing it for the most effect. The sex tape he's talking about allegedly shows Bambi in a situation that fans are calling the biggest betrayal of the decade. What makes it even worse? The tape is said to have been made while Bambi was still married to Scrappy. On the outside, she was presenting herself as a loving wife and mother. But behind the scenes, if the story is true, she may have been destroying that image completely. The man in the video, his face is blurred. Some think he's part of Stevie's circle, maybe a club promoter. People are putting together pieces, connecting possible names, and the noise isn't quieting down. If any of this turns out to be even partly true, it's not just a scandal, it's something much bigger. As the footage started getting passed around in Atlanta's entertainment scene, fans noticed something strange. Went completely silent. Usually he's quick to speak out or post something, but this time nothing. No posts, no comments, no defense for Bambi. And in this world, silence says more than words. People close to him say he saw the footage and lost control. One friend said he threw a chair, broke his phone, and walked out of the house without a word. He didn't come back for days. And when he did, they said he looked completely devastated, like the life had been drained out of him. On the other hand, Bambi went into defense mode. She claimed the tape was fake, that someone used AI to create it, and that it was all part of a smear campaign to destroy her. But what she didn't offer was a clear explanation. No timeline, no real breakdown, just anger, emotion, and lawyers. But who are her lawyers actually going after? Stevie J? The blogs sharing the story? Or is she trying to escape her own actions? Then came another twist. Just as the drama started to quiet down a little, Mama D jumped in loud and clear. If anyone thought she would stay quiet through this, they don't know Mama D. She went live on Instagram with a drink in hand and no filter at all. She named names, mentioned dates, and even talked about hotel locations. She said, "Y'all thought I was messy before? I got receipts this time." Then she added something even heavier. Stevie J paid Bambi. She didn't say how she knew, but she said it with full confidence. According to Mama D, the whole marriage was a setup, and Bambi only got close to her son for fame and money. Let's pause here, because if any part of this is true, even just a little bit, it changes everything. This wouldn't just be about cheating or relationship issues. It would mean someone used love as a strategy, marriage as a cover, and emotional damage as a tool. It's not just a messy breakup. It's something far deeper, more calculated, and way colder. What makes this more unsettling is how quiet the love and hip-hop producers are staying. Not one word. Nothing from VH1. And some insiders say they're keeping secrets, big ones. There's talk about an unaired confrontation between Stevie J, Bambi, and Scrappy. Allegations flew, voices were raised, and some say it was one of the wildest scenes ever filmed, but it was never shown. Supposedly, it was cut to protect everyone involved. The contracts, the reputations, the franchise. But now that things are leaking, fans want to know the truth. Why was that scene buried? Who made the call to keep it hidden? Then it got even messier when an anonymous email surfaced. It was sent to several gossip pages, supposedly by a former VH1 production assistant. It detailed a storyline that never aired and claimed that Bambi had been working on a secret spin-off deal without Scrappy even knowing. The email said she was talking business with Stevie J the whole time, and together they were pitching a new reality show. The theme: betrayal, seduction, redemption, and the big twist. Scrappy wasn't part of it. He wasn't even supposed to find out. So while Scrappy thought they were rebuilding their life and fixing their relationship, Bambi and Stevie J were, allegedly, planning something entirely different. This wasn't just a personal betrayal, it was a business move. It wasn't just emotional pen, it was a professional hit. And as more leaks came out, the internet reacted fast. People started revisiting Bambi's history, especially her early days on the show. A lot of folks remembered how she stepped into Scrappy's life while he was still dealing with Erica Dixon, that messy triangle, the legal battles over their daughter, and the back-and-forth drama on social media all played out in front of millions. But now fans are asking if any of it was even real. Was this always the plan? And right when it felt like things couldn't get any worse, Young Jock said something on his morning show that set everything off again. He said, "Some of y'all need to be arrested for emotional terrorism." Viewers knew exactly who he was talking about. Then came another wave of chaos. Stevie J's former assistant, who goes by T online, posted something cryptic. 3 men, 1 woman, 1 broken man. That was enough to send the internet into overdrive. TikTok picked it up. The Shade Room reposted it. And before long, anonymous messages started pouring in. People claiming to have been with Bambi shared screenshots. One man said he had videos of FaceTime calls with Hercules made from inside Scrappy's home. While Scrappy was asleep in the next room, screenshots and voice messages started flooding social media. Blogs grabbed the content and fans spread it like wildfire. And just when people thought it might be a coincidence, Stevie J started liking shady posts that criticized Bambi. That wasn't missed by anyone. And then came the real turning point. The hotel footage. Miami, 3:47 a.m., surveillance cameras caught Bambi walking into a penthouse suite. A few minutes later, Stevie J followed. It was the same night Scrappy had posted a story on Instagram that simply said, "Trust is a one-time thing." That footage erased all the guessing. It showed something undeniable. The date, the time, the place, it was all there. Almost instantly, public opinion changed. Some fans who had defended Bambi started going quiet. Others tried to be supportive, saying, "We don't know everything," or "Let her heal." But most weren't buying it. Then came a final bombshell from an account called Truth Hunter 777, the same one that had previously leaked Zoom call details. This time, the message read, "The baby ain't even his. DNA test coming soon." Until that moment, no one had even brought up the baby. But now, suddenly, people were questioning everything. They were analyzing old posts, comparing timelines, zooming in on family pictures. It got ugly fast. People asked questions they had no business asking, but no one could look away. Scrappy didn't say a word publicly, but people close to him said he was preparing to speak. He hadn't picked one yet, but the pressure was building, not just from fans but from industry insiders. Because if Scrappy really tells his side, and the entire Love and Hip Hop brand while all this was happening, Bambi completely disappeared. She deleted her posts, turned off comments, unfollowed everyone, and went quiet online. But one person who wasn't quiet was Mama D. She came back louder than ever. She said Bambi told her, "If Scrappy doesn't propose, I'm getting cut from the show. I'll cry on camera if I have to. I'll trap him if I must." Let that sink in. That wasn't just betrayal, it felt like a performance. A heartbreak played out for cameras, perfectly timed tears, and rehearsed scenes. According to people close to Scrappy, he's been trying to process it all in therapy. He's focused on protecting his daughter and finding a way to move forward. But he's also furious more than he's ever been. Word is he started putting together his own collection of evidence. And just when things couldn't get more chaotic, something else landed: an anonymous file drop. Several gossip bloggers received a mysterious cloud link. Inside were screenshots of Bambi texting someone at 3 a.m., audio from a FaceTime call where a man tells her, "You're not going to keep using him for clout. This ends now." And a screen recording that looked like Bambi practicing how to cry before filming a scene for Love and Hip Hop. Fans couldn't believe it. Was it all fake? Had people spent years watching a fake love story while real pain was edited for entertainment? Viewers started questioning everything. Then came another jaw-dropping moment. Stevie J was caught on camera boarding a private jet in Miami. He had a glass of wine in hand, grinning, and captioned it, "What happens in Vegas don't always stay there." Stay tuned. He wasn't hiding, he wasn't denying. He looked like a man enjoying the fallout. VH1 stayed completely silent, refusing to make any public statement. But behind the scenes, the cracks were showing. A former Love and Hip Hop producer started liking shady tweets. One of them read, "If y'all knew what Bambi cut out of that reunion, the internet would collapse." That one tweet sent fans and bloggers into a frenzy. Suddenly, anonymous crew members began coming forward. One leaked part of a reunion script. A note on the script clearly said, "Under no circumstances is footage from the Vegas night to be aired or referenced. This storyline must remain closed." That left fans asking what happened in Vegas. Why were Stevie J and Bambi in the same hotel room? Why wasn't Scrappy there? And what exactly was cut from the reunion episode? Then the money twist hit. It turned out Bambi had filed business paperwork for a new LLC months before any footage. Leaked listed as the Konar, Stevie J. This wasn't a random accident. This wasn't sloppy cheating. This was pre-planned.